Hey, what's up guys? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Exquisite Basic Kong from Kong Skull Island by Hiya Toys. But before we get started, if you haven't yet already done so, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another awesome review. Now, for those of you that have been following my videos, you would know that this is my third Hiya Toys figure. And for those of you that are following, you will also know that my feelings towards the Hiya Toys company is it's good, but it's also a little bit conflicted, and let me just elaborate a little bit on that. So these figures, they look really amazing. They're very faithful and very accurate to how they appear in the movie and the shows and all that. However, I feel like a lot of them, the joint tolerances just aren't the best, and the overall articulation is just not as good as, say, the SH Monster Arts. Now, however, because of the price and everything, I do think this is still a better bang for your buck than the SH Monster Arts, but that's basically it. I feel that these guys look better and they are cheaper, but if you are looking for something that moves better, go with the SH Monster Arts. So again, this is before I have even looked at this figure, so that's basically like my opinion on Hiya Toys in a nutshell based on two figures as of now. But let's take a look at this and see if this one will change my mind. So here we do have Kong Skull Island Exquisite Basic Kong here in a nice pose holding a tree trunk. And on the bottom, Kong Skull Island. On the side, we have Kong. And on the other side, we have him roaring. And on the back side, we just have him holding the sign with all the information there. And yeah, that is pretty much it. The box is quite glossy, as you can see the ring light in the back. But yeah, other than that, pretty standard Hiya Toys box. Not really much to see with that. So with that being said, let's crack this open and see what he has to offer. And here we are back with Kong out of the packaging, bringing the figure closer in here for a better look. We do see lovely detailing all throughout the figure. We see the nice 3 claw marks on the chest. I do have him holding the tree trunk accessory as well. We got a nice kind of brown wash all throughout the body. Love the fur texturing detail, just looking really, really good. Here on the feet, on the bottom of the feet, we do have some of the markings here, but other than that, lovely detailing. And looking at that face, that's a mean looking face. Pretty accurate to how he looks in the Kong Skull Island movie. And if I just pop this accessory out, we can take a quick look at that real quick. You see the camera would focus. There we go. Lovely detailing as well as paint all throughout. This is a bit of a softer plastic, of course. Just kind of all throughout here. Again, if the camera would focus. And yeah, I do not believe this piece comes apart at all. I've tried a little bit. Again, I don't want to break anything. So that is one accessory that you get with him. I'll show the other ones off later on when we get to the accessories. I'm just going to move that off to the side. Taking a look at Kong here. And something that I do want to mention right off the bat is that I think Hiya Toys really upped the articulation this time. Like from how the last Kong figure was, which we'll take a look at later on during comparisons. I think they really made a lot of improvements when it comes to articulation, as well as joint tolerances as well. Everything's much easier to move, and the joints are actually much easier to switch out as well, which is really, really nice. But in terms of articulation, head is on a ball joint, same with the neck. We do have shoulder joints. It appears to be a little butterfly joint, but it doesn't seem like it's like a true butterfly joint. It's more so that this piece can give way so that the arms can come across the body a little bit better, kind of like that. But it's not really like a true butterfly joint, I would say it anyway. We do have arms that go out this much. This is a ball joint, so it goes all the way around. We have a biceps rotation, double bend at the elbow. And after reattaching Kong's severed arm, we do see that we do have a single bend, not double, at the elbow, and we do have a ball joint at the wrist. And getting those arms up here, we do get a nice kind of arch, not so much of a crunch, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. This way we can actually get him into more of a quadruped pose, which is really cool. That is a ball joint, so it goes side to side. The legs actually have this drop down mechanic now that the previous release, which is the Godzilla vs. Kong version, did not have, because now that if we drop this down, kick forward to about there, all the way back to about there. We can go out to the side. You can pretty much get the splits. There is a rotation in there as well. We do have a, I'm just gonna say single bend, at the knee. And these actually do rotate as well. Same thing for the arm. We do see that there's a rotation there, which is really cool. And of course, there's a ball joint at the feet. So articulation compared to the previous release is much, much better. So props to Hiya for upgrading the articulation here. Now, let's take a look at the accessories that Kong comes with. It comes with a kind of regular, just gritting the teeth face. Again, these nice kind of soulless looking beady eyes. Actually looks a little creepy. They are reflective, and we do see the gnarly, focus, yellow teeth there. Otherwise, just pretty dark for the head. Onto the hands, here we do see two of the kind of gorilla walking hands, kind of just on his knuckles there. Here we have two open, relaxed hands. And here I just have another set of hands, well, not really set, because I have one gripping hand and one fist, and this is basically just the reverse of that. And for all these hands, there is a nice kind of wash along the fur as well. Lovely texturing. And the good thing about, like I said, this guy is I think they actually changed the joint tolerances as well, because you're actually able to switch out these hands super easily. You can see, just popping that on, make sure I line it up right though. Just put it back on, just like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I would not have been able to do that on camera if it was the last Kong figure, because that guy took me probably 5 to 10 minutes to try to get it on, because the joint tolerances were just incredibly tight. But you see how easy that was. So again, props to Hiya for upgrading that. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the accessories. Getting on with the comparisons here. Here we have Kong next to the Godzilla versus Kong. And first of all, in terms of proportions, we do see this guy has much broader shoulders. Well, this one has more of a kind of narrow shoulder. And of course, this is from Kong Skull Island, so when he was still fairly juvenile. And if scale was actually accurate, he would probably be around there compared to this Kong. But of course, the figures for the two movies are not actually interchangeable, supposedly, when it comes to Hiya, I guess. So we do see they're not really to scale, but in terms of articulation, as I was mentioning with this older guy, there was absolutely no butterfly no matter what. There's no cutaway here, whereas this one does have that cutaway, which is very, very nice. So you're really not really getting much articulation here. And same with the arms. He's not able to drop the arms down at all, whereas this one is a little better, but still not the best. But just overall, the articulation with this older one just did not seem the greatest. And again, no drop down here for the hip. So you're not really getting much articulation out of these lower legs at all. So yeah, and again, with the joints, this one's much better. So yeah, that's that for the Kongs. And of course, here is just Ultimate Gohan, because why not, right? So yeah, that's it for comparisons. So, final thoughts on this Kong. I say this is actually a very, very nice figure. And I love the direction that Hiya Toys are going with their figures, especially the humanoid versions such as Kong. From what we had with this guy to now this guy, I say that Hiya Toys has really listened to their fans and really made some improvements on their figures. So props and kudos to Hiya for doing better than they did, and keep it going. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys will start buying you guys more and more. So really do love that. And like I said, articulation, joint tolerances, much better than they were compared to the last one. Accessories, I would say pretty decent, but considering the price, I'm not too upset about that either. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And until next time, guys, take care.